Hey everyone, it is time for a new review, and this one is for one of the latest in the growing Conjuring franchise. It's The Nun. This new installment here, it takes us back to Romania in 1952, which is before Ed and Lorraine Warren had their encounter with Valack. This story focuses on Sister Irene, played by Taissa Farmiga, and Father Burke, who's played by Demian Bichir, with the two of them being sent by the Vatican to investigate an incident involving a young nun who took her own life. And of course, while they're there looking into things, they encounter a very malevolent demonic presence. As you may know, I am a huge fan of the Conjuring movie, the first one, and I also really did enjoy the Conjuring 2 and Annabelle creation as well. The only installment in this franchise that really did miss the mark for me was that first Annabelle movie, and thankfully, staying that way. I can't say I loved The Nun, but it is an enjoyable addition to the franchise. What works the best here is the atmosphere. Director Corin basically crafted a haunted house movie, and he both films it beautifully and effectively. A whole bunch of the scares here are noticeably enhanced by his framing choices, and then there's also a number of strikingly stunning shots too. My favorite there is probably this overhead shot of Sister Irene. She's in all white and she's surrounded by a whole bunch of other nuns in their predominantly black habits, and it's just a beautiful frame. Overall, The Nun is at its best when it's giving you the sensation that you're walking the halls right alongside Sister Irene and Father Burke. Where it misses the mark, though, is actually developing those characters. Yeah, the script gives you some backstory, and it does help you understand why the duo makes certain decisions along the way, but never really feels like you really know them. And while I certainly wasn't rooting for anything bad to happen to them, I didn't really feel much of an emotional attachment to root for them to save the day either. There was one character I had that response to, though, and he kind of caught me by surprise. Most of the marketing campaign for The Nun, it focused on the nun, Sister Irene, and Father Burke, which is as expected, but there's another main player in the mix, Jonas Blockhead as Frenchie. So Frenchie is the person who first discovered what happened to the young nun at the very beginning of the movie, and he winds up being Irene and Burke's guide of sorts, and compared to them, Frenchie is just filled with so much charisma and personality, it's hard not to be drawn to him, whereas Irene and Burke can feel kind of stiff. Frenchie is just full of life, and he becomes a real blast to watch. As for Valack, again, the visuals are the winners here. Hardy certainly has a knack for immersive atmosphere and dishing out creepy imagery, but what I was hoping for a little more of as far as Valack goes is the legend. We got a pretty good taste of what this entity was capable of in The Conjuring 2, and while we do get additional backstory here, to be frank, it just isn't that interesting. And there's also a particular plot point I take issue with at the end of the movie, and on first watch at least, it just wasn't convincing as I needed it to be, but I'll let you discover that one for yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and give The Nun 3 Deweys out of 5 on the Dewey Decimovie scale. The movie successfully gives you the feeling that you're just being ushered through this especially well-designed haunted house, and it is a good time, but as someone who really does love this franchise, loves its lore, and the memorable characters most of these movies have delivered, it is a little disappointing that this one functions more as a fleeting thrill than one that really resonates. So that's it, my thoughts on The Nun. If and when you see this movie, hit that comment section below and share your thoughts right there. I really am eager to discuss this one with you guys. And now I'm also eager to give some Patreon shoutouts because this shout out is for a very special group of guys. It's my G-Chat tier. It's Dustin, Billy, Neil, and James. I can't wait to schedule our next session and continue chatting with you guys. As always, a huge thanks for being part of the Patreon team, and another thank you to everyone out there watching this review right now. Please don't forget to like and share it, and I'll see you soon with more movie reviews.